Hello there everybody, Sam'sTrains here and welcome back to the railway and welcome back to another one of those Monday specials. Now I promise I'm not going to make a habit of this 3 videos a week thing because I know it would probably be a bit too much to take in. But this is just a bit of an update video and I didn't want to do this instead of one of the main videos because it's probably not going to feature all that many trains, but nonetheless hopefully you should find it interesting. But I'm just going to kick things off with a couple of shout-outs to just 2 channels that I've been really enjoying recently, and I thought it'd be nice to give them a shout-out. And the first one is really a perfect channel for any triang lovers, and it's a chap called Oscar Paisley, and I'm really sorry if I've pronounced the second name wrong. But yeah, he's got a fantastic layout. It really is a classic triang layout. It's got all the artifacts, all the bells and whistles, it's got everything. And he just makes some fantastic little short videos of his engines running around, and they're all in fantastic condition. And I'll include a link to his channel underneath, but definitely well worth checking that one out. And the second one is a chap called Peter Shaw, and again he's got a really interesting layout. He's just finished doing some modifications on it and upgrades, and his videos are great. He does videos on his own layout, and not so long ago he went I think it was his brother's layout, little N-gauge layout, and that was absolutely fantastic, so well worth checking that out as well. But yeah, as I say, I'll leave a link to his channel underneath as well, well worth checking that out. Okay, so next up I've got to tell you about a few of the sort of summer series that I'm going to be doing. Now last year you might remember I did quite a long series. I did 7 episodes of something called Diesels in the Garden, and you can check that out if you want. They were just really short, like 2-minute long videos of diesels in the garden, which is basically all it was. And I wanted to bring that back this year, but I didn't want it to last quite as long as it did last year because it was like 7 weeks, and it just, I had other things to show you, so it's not going to be as long as that. It's just going to be 4 episodes this time, 1 a week every Saturday, and that's going to be starting on the 9th of July, which I think is a Saturday, and you'll be pleased to find out that this year it's going to be on steamers rather than on diesels, so it'll be steamers in the garden, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. And then straight after that's finished, I've got a new series of running days, and this one is going to be 7 episodes long. It's going to be quite a long series, but it's all on a common theme. I'm not sure I won't tell you what it is just yet. I'll probably post some teasers on Facebook or something. But yeah, that's going to be 7 running days, starting on the 6th of August, and of course that will run all the way through to September. And I'm going to be getting started filming those pretty soon, because it's going to be a fairly mammoth task. There's going to be several hours of it. To get 7 of those, but I'm basically ready to do that now. As soon as I've got some time, I'm gonna come up here and make those, and I'm probably just gonna film 1 a week for however long it takes, and then that should be good if I can take my time with it. So yeah, that's what the plans are for the channel. Now next up, I've got to show you something that I've done up on this railway. It's some major changes. Well, a major change that I've made to the track work, and I'll show you what that is. Hopefully you'll find it quite interesting. So yeah, here it is. And this is where it all starts. If you take a quick look at this cable coming out of the controller, you've got the main wire here that goes to the track, and then in parallel with that I've got another set of cables which comes out here. And if I just move the camera across slightly, I don't know how this is going to work. If we look over here, you can see a big mess. And that big mess is actually quite an improvement on the railway. As you can see, each of these cables goes onto a crocodile clip, which is just clipped onto some bits of wire, and there's 4 of those, 2 for each track, and those wires actually go all the way up this wall. Let me see if I can move the camera. They go all the way up that wall and across. Hang on, we're out of focus. Oh well, you get the idea. Right across the room, and then it goes all the way over the layout, right the way across the room really, behind my spare track and the tender towers, and all the way over the scary door, and then it goes down the back of the door. I'm going to have to turn the brightness up a bit now because it's going to be a bit dark, and then it goes all the way along here, and then it ends up just coming down here straight to the tracks. And I'm behind the computer table here, so it might sound a bit echoey, but this is one of the parts where you can never really see on camera. It's a bit hidden away, and as you can see, those wires just come straight down and solder onto the track. And that means I've got a connection at this end of the railway now as well. And basically what that means is that the voltage drop is drastically reduced, and normally you'd see the locos slow down a fair bit as they approach this half of the layout. But now they don't. Now it's much more consistent all the way around, which is exactly what you want, of course. So yeah, far better performance there. And it's quite interesting actually. If we take a look at the ammeter, I will show you how the current changes as the loco runs around. Okay, so what I've done is I've got this ammeter in series with one of the wires that goes all the way around the room to the other end of the track. And just for those of you who aren't into all the electronics and stuff, basically the higher the amount of power that goes through the wire to the other side of the room, the higher this number will be, i.e. the more current is flowing through it. So I've got this Britannia loco on the line with just a few coaches, and I'm basically going to send her round just a couple of laps, and we can watch on this meter and see how the numbers change. So yeah, I'm just going to start her off now. There she goes. As you can see, the number's pretty low. We're just trickling at 0.03 amps at the moment, but as you can see, it's creeping up. As she gets further and further around the layout, it's creeping up. Now we're at 0.1 amps almost. It's hovering around there. Yeah, and it's getting higher now, nearly at 0.2, 0.3. It's pretty high there. And now she's starting to come back around the other side of the room, and it's dropping down gradually. And there must be a dodgy fish plate somewhere, because suddenly it drops down pretty suddenly. There you go, and then it's all gone completely. So that indicates that there's a fish plate somewhere that needs cleaning. But because we've got two, we stopped her at the front here, but because we've got two inputs now onto the tracks, of course she doesn't slow down. But that's really interesting. Of course, the resistance from this port obviously gets pretty high when the loco gets around the other side. So rather than coming through here, the current would rather go around the room and into the tracks, which is pretty cool. I think that's really interesting, the way it changes dynamically. But yeah, that's cool. It seems to work a lot better. We seem to have a lot better performance now. And yeah, hopefully you can see how that works. It does work very well, as you could tell. It was a bit of a pain to install all the wires and such. And it's, you know, there's a fair few meters of cable there, but still it works very well. But yeah, that's just about it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little update. It hasn't taken too long, I don't think. And we'll be back on Wednesday with another review, I think. I forget which one it is, but I've already filmed it a while ago actually. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, hope you had a good Monday. It's a miserable day, I know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you all very soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.